Okay, my bold and the beautiful fans, this is not one of the typical recaps, or even maybe I can call it a little bit of the spoilers, but I wanted to have a little bit of a powwow with the bold fans in regards to this upcoming impending divorce between Liam and Hope, and whether or not it's not only going to be bitter in the moment, but could it lead to some bitter aftermath events that I think I want to discuss with you guys. So let's get into it. But first, welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS Soaps, both the young and the restless, and the bold and the beautiful. This is just a little conversation with the bold fans, and without any further ado, let's go ahead and talk about this. So, we all know with the week of July 17th through the 21st coming up that these two are headed straight to divorce court. Why? Because Liam saw Hope kissing Thomas. He in turn kissed Steffy in Rome and then turned around and kissed Steffy in LA after telling Hope that even though he claimed that he wasn't thinking about Steffy during the duration of the marriage, he's thinking about her now, which of course we all know it sent Hope straight to Thomas, and we know what happened in the week of July 10th for at least 4.5 days. So now that these two this coming week is headed toward divorce, what is the aftermath in all of this? And this is what I want to talk to you guys about. So the first person we want to talk about is Beth and the impact that this could have on her. Now, we know that Liam always have had this angst when it comes to Thomas in regards to Beth being kept away from them. I think everybody, the writers and a lot of the fans, are still blaming Thomas when the real culprits were Flo and Zoe. And at this point, they've been forgotten and forgiven. However, Thomas is still left on the hook. And now with this divorce, and the possibility that Hope could be, kind of circulating toward Thomas. He got his own house now and everything. Could Liam put some stipulations on not having his daughter anywhere around Thomas? Now, we know Thomas ain't gonna do nothing to that little girl, right? But the thing is, Liam does not like the fact that, of course, Hope probably is going to end up with Thomas, but at the same time, I don't think he wants his daughter around him either. And of course, that's going to cause problems, especially, if he's trying to, and I hate to say this, unfortunately, use this as a situation with this child to be a wedge between Hope and Thomas. So the question is, how is that going to work? Could Liam put conditions on Hope in regards to their daughter when it comes to dealing with Thomas? And if they do progress their relationship, could this introduce a whole new storyline about a custody battle when it comes to Liam and Hope over Beth? So now let's talk about Brooke, Hope's mom. Now, we all know from last Friday episode, she confronted Hope about sleeping with Thomas, and she forbade her to ever see him again, ever think about him again. This whole thing never happened, and go back to your husband. Well, sorry, Brooke, there's going to be a divorce this week. Now, she's all about Dusty Destiny, and in her mind, Liam is Hope's destiny, right? So could she start to put in roadblocks when it comes to the relationship that might be budding between Hope and Thomas? She is still on the fence with Thomas, even though she claimed that she was coming over there to apologize and kind of give him props for doing well. Well, of course, the ship had turned a different direction when she caught the two of them in bed together. So we all know she thought it was him manipulating her daughter. So now at this point, with this divorce eventually behind her, what does this mean with Brooke? Will she start interfering? Will she start trying to set him up? Remember the whole apple cutter thing? That triggered that whole CPS call when she was threatening to call CPS on him. But of course, they gave Thomas the bright idea to set her up. But on the flip side, Could she cause more roadblocks down the line? Or maybe try to work in cahoots with Liam to try to stir some things up where, of course, Liam being her BFF at this point because she roots for them. She is definitely Team Liam. She figures out a way to undermine this blooming relationship with Thomas and Hope. So now let's talk about Taylor and Ridge, Thomas's parents. Now, as we saw on Friday episode, Taylor is really concerned about that kiss in Rome, even though she don't know the extent of what has happened so far. But she don't want Hope to derail all of the progress that Thomas has made in counseling. And of course, she's now concerned about the whole Logan's drama, that she don't want the Logans infiltrating any development with her son. So once she find out this information about the divorce, and if there is a possible romance blooming between Thomas and Hope for the future, no pun intended. The thing is, could she now be putting a microscope on Hope, watching her moves, seeing if she's talking to Liam a certain way, or if Liam is sniffing around and she's being a little bit too cozy? I mean, Taylor could really, really be putting her, who knows, under a microscope to keep an eye on her. And Brooke is not going to like that at all. So, of course, that's going to make that whole thing between them even worse. Now, this is all speculation just for conversation. But, hey, it could go that way if they decide to go with that storyline. But I can tell you this, Taylor is probably not going to be happy about it. I don't think she's going to try to destroy it, but she's definitely going to keep an eye on those Logans. As regards to Ridge, I think he's going to be literally shocked. He might try to kind of re-question Thomas to make sure that he didn't do anything. But hey, he's been going back and forth between Brooke and Taylor for years. So he'll probably just be like, well, that's my son. I hope that maybe he'll kind of have some conversation, but hopefully nothing major comes from Ridge. Who's up next? None other than Bill Spencer, which is Liam's dad. And you know that he does not like the dressmaker's son at all. And especially because he has a granddaughter of that whole union between Hope and Liam. And if Hope is going to be hanging around Thomas with a possible future relationship, Bill is going to have something to say about it. And it's nothing beyond Bill's ability to try to undermine somebody's relationship, whether it's a setup, whether he puts something in motion, whatever it is. But I don't think he's going to be happy about this. He might try to force Liam to try to fix his marriage, but with this divorce looming this week, it's a done deal. So the question is, could even Bill kind of stir the pot a little bit with anything that's happening beyond this divorce when it comes to trying to bring back the Hope and Liam marriage? Now, there's this other situation that's brewing on the horizon when it comes to Steffy and Liam. Now, we all know how Bill feels about Steffy. They have history, and he probably would say on the flip side, might be able to push Liam toward him. But the only thing is, Steffy is very married to Finn. So that's going to be interesting to say the least. But in regards to Thomas, we all know what Bill's reaction is going to be. Then there's Steffy, because she's also the brother of the guy in question that Hope has been kind of crushing after. She's also the ex of the husband that's getting the divorce, who he also kissed unexpectedly. Now, the thing is, she's the CEO of Forrester Creations, and it's possible with all of this to keep everything down and to keep this secret from Finn. I'm just speculating. This is not a spoiler. Could she might, tank the line and say, you know what? Hey, you broke policy. You guys was supposed to keep it strictly business. That didn't happen. Look at the fallout. Liam is spinning out of control. I can't tell you why he's spinning out of control. And of course, Hope is going to have her say, because Liam pretty much kind of leaked it out a little bit that he's thinking about Steffy now. So there's now a battle in the office. Could that bring drama that the Forresters just don't want to deal with? They're trying to conduct business. But hey, how can you have soap opera without a little drama, right? But could it be a possibility that she decides to, say, hey, Hope, Thomas, you want to have a relationship? Cool. Go ahead and do your thing, but you cannot do it here at Forrester. So figure out something else to do. I'm just making that up. But I'm wondering if there would be some issues with that because it was a domino effect with that kiss. I mean, hey, Liam did not have to kiss Steffy once and also twice, but it happened. And of course, it's a secret between the two of them now. Nobody knows that it has happened as of yet. So could that also cause a rift in the company when, of course, Hope is like, you know what? I know what Liam told me. And then, of course, Steffi is like, you know what? You promised me nothing was going to go on. So that's a lot of drama to deal with. And I know we're all here for it. But it's just interesting on the conversation topic. And finally, let's discuss what the fallout could possibly be for these two, Douglas and Thomas. Now, on the benefit, at least, if he and Hope was to get together, that creates their little family. As you know, Hope is the adoptive mother of Douglas, and Thomas is the biological father of Douglas. So they could have their little family together in his new house. The only other problem with that is that their little cozy bubble that they would probably enjoy living in, you have all of the aforementioned folks that I just spoke about when it comes to possibly Bill, possibly Brooke, possibly Liam, trying to undermine this entire situation to keep it from flourishing. Now, I mean, hopefully they'll lock the doors next time so nobody can come crashing into, his place. But the thing is, I see a big benefit. The only thing is that everybody is going to be putting Thomas under a microscope. And they're probably going to throw roadblocks because upcoming spoilers going into the week of the 24th states that Liam is creating a plan. And especially when he finds something shocking with Hope and Thomas. So the only thing I can think of is he probably spot them either making out, going on a date, maybe even kissing in the design room, getting busy. And he happened to just show up at Forrester for maybe, something with Beth. But he's supposed to see something extremely shocking with these two, or maybe shocking in general. And at the same time, he's going to be planning and things like that. So, yeah, as much as these two want to be a happy couple, it wouldn't be so fun to watch on a soap opera if there was no added drama. So let me know your thoughts. Okay, so let's get the conversation started down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that the aftermath of this divorce could possibly be extremely bitter with some of the topics that I talked about? Did I miss anything? Do you guys see any other possible roadblocks that might happen, due to this whole fallout from the divorce? Let me know your thoughts. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.